Good afternoon, everyone. Today we're going to be going over an Adamancipator build with Prank Kids. You've seen this one. It's kind of popular. I made a few adjustments, and I can go over my reasoning for some of them. We're going to be testing out some new ideas. One of the big things that sticks out is the block golem. He's a level 3 target for excavation, and with either of the level 2 Adamancipator tuners, he will make your Naturia beast. So if you're having trouble against adventure, I recommend dropping a Nat Beast before doing the Hulk combo. You will have the one extra monster space in your field to be able to do that and still full combo without running out of room. So making the Nat Beast first isn't a bad idea. I'm also running the Scythe lock. You'll notice the TG Wonder Magician in here. The reason being, the way that I'm running it is you play the Dagda, then you make the Hulk after setting the Scythe, and on your opponent's turn you can banish the Hulk, grab the TG Wonder Magician for its effect, pop your own Scythe, and then when Scythe revives itself from the graveyard, Scythe will activate Chainlink 1, and you chain Wonder Magician, Chainlink 2. Wonder Magician will synchro both of them into your Baron, and since Baron is being summoned on Chainlink 2, your opponent's not going to be able to hit it with any normal spell speed 2 things. It's not like it's likely to happen, but if your opponent happens to be playing something like a Torrential or a Bottomless, like if you're going up against Eldritch and you're not going first, then this is a good way to be able to drop the Baron without having to immediately use the negate. And then the Scythe will still lock your opponent out of the extra deck because it doesn't have to be on the field for that effect to resolve. You'll notice the Prank Kid stuff. It's the basic engine. You've got the 3 Roxys with one of each of the others. The reason being for that, Roxy's by itself is full combo for Prank Kids to be able to set the Pandemonium and set yourself up to summon out a Battle Butler on your opponent's turn for that extra interruption and pop your opponent's entire, well, not whole field, but all their monsters anyway. I've decided to include the Parallel Exceeds in here because we're linking a lot in this version of the deck, and he's just a free Gallant Granite. The other things I want to go over in the extra deck, which is, by the way, super tight, so you'll notice there are some odd choices and some things that are left out that you would normally see, and that's just because of the lack of space. Over here, the Sea Monster is in here as a target for Ready Fusion and Instant Fusion, and that's because you only need a tuner and a non-tuner to do the Auroradon combo, to make the Cupid Pitch, to get the Creation Resonator, and wind up with a Borlo Savage and a Raptite at the very least. So he's a target to get that combo off. And I've been switching it up between Fusionist and Carvanhala Warrior. I'm going to try the Fusionist for this build, simply because it's a level 3, it's a level 3 Earth, which makes it a target to make your Nat Beast, as opposed to the Carvanhala Warrior, which was more focused on summoning out the Gallant Granite with any of your level 4s. The extra deck, Fossil Dine is a Barrier Statue of the Droughts. If your opponent's playing a deck that relies very heavily on special summoning, I do like to side in the Naturia Barkion if I'm going up against Eldritch. Its ability to negate your opponent's traps can't be overstated. I mean, obviously he hard loses to a Solemn Strike, but that requires your opponent to actually have the strike, and if they don't, he's very good to drop on the first turn. The Cosmic Slight clones are in here because I don't know how your locals is, but my locals, there are a lot of people who like playing Mystic Mine. So I don't like playing against Mystic Mine, so I just dropped 3 in there to handle that situation. Evenly matched, of course, against decks like Sky Strikers and your Eldritch players who will flood the field on their first turn with all kinds of cards. And then the Imperms are actually in here against the Flounderies, because when they activate their trap to allow them to normal summon on your turn, then they can just kind of keep going. Now, realize that Impermanence might not be perfect. It's good against more decks than just Flounderies, but if you're having trouble against Flounderies, you can also drop the Imperm for a Forbidden Chalice instead. That way, if your opponent starts their combo after you've already normal summoned, if they're a smart player, and you wouldn't be able to normally Infinite Impermanence, you can still have the option to Chalice their first monster to prevent them from going off and continuing to summon. So I'm going to go into the unrated room, and I'll wait, and if anyone wants to play, come in and give me a challenge. Oh, that was quick. Crystal Heart. Usually I find myself waiting a lot longer. Must be a lot of people on today. Looks like I'm going first, so we'll go over some of the combos. Some of them are kind of long, but there's really only 2 basic combos that you really need to know. So for this hand, opening the Fansies isn't wonderful. I like to be able to summon it from the deck, so I'm not going to go with the Prank Kid stuff right now. I'm going to start with the Analyzer. And that uses our normal summon for the turn. I'm going to try to bait out like an Ash or an Imperm or something, because we still have the Secret to go from there. Oh, he's just going to allow it to go. That doesn't necessarily mean he doesn't have it, but he may be waiting for the Hulk, which doesn't matter now because we have the Quackimero Guardian. So now we're free to do whatever we want. We don't have to worry about Nibiru or any hand traps except for Imperm. Now I got a couple of choices to make here. I think I'm going to special summon the Seeker, but I'm not going to use its effect. The reason being, I'll wind up with too many cards on my side of the field and won't be able to do the Auroradon combo. And we have the signs anyway, so we can always bring back the Seeker afterwards and still be able to use his effect. So we're going to make the Hulk and declare his effect. And it's good, which means we're going to grab the Deskbot. Now, I assume most of you are familiar with this combo, but because they're both machines, we can now make Auroradon with it. And when Auroradon comes out, he summons 3 machine tokens. And when 1 or 2 or more rather machines are special summoned at the same time, Deskbot revives itself from the grave. And he is a level 1 tuner, and the tokens are all level 3. So Deskbot plus a token is going to make Cupid Pitch. Now, when Cupid Pitch's effects activate, it's a mandatory effect. He has to either raise its level by 1 or decrease its level by 1. Well, it's by whatever the level of the tuner used to summon him. So if you're making him with Doki Doki and with the level 2 tuners, he can come out as a level 6, which comes in handy sometimes. But with him being a level 5 plus a token, that gives us our Borreload Savage Dragon. Let's put him over here so we have some link space in case we need it. Cupid Pitch Chainlink 1 and Savage Chainlink 2. And our opponent left the duel. I can't say I blame him. I'm going to go through the rest of the combo anyway. But this is basically just the tuner plus non-tuner. And with the Quackimero Guardian out, he's your bread and butter right here. Once you have him on the field, unless your opponent has the Imperm, they just cannot do anything to stop you. I mean, unless they get like more than one hand trap, of course. But from there, you would grab the Hulk, equip it to your Borreload Savage. Well, it's not going to let us continue the combo until this time runs out. He didn't want to play this game. But at any rate, your Borreload Savage would get 2 negates. Then you'd be able to search your deck for the Creation Resonator, special summon that because you control a level 8 Synchro. Synchro off with the token, make the Raptite. And Raptite is a DD Crow on your opponent's turn once per turn. While you have a wind in your grave, which you always will because the Creation Resonator is a wind and you use that to make the Raptite. And then you could use Raptite's effects to pick up the top 5, see if you get an Analyzer there. With Analyzer, you could synchro that with the Raptite to make a Baron. Or we still have the signs in hand to revive the Seeker from grave, use his effects, see if we can get another monster and either make a Nat Beast or make a Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, which honestly I don't think I included in the deck. No, I didn't have enough space for him anyway. But, yeah, he quit, so there's that. Let's see if anyone else wants to play. Instant Accept from Satoya. Definitely going first with this deck. He's playing a 60-card pile. Okay, so I opened the Dropsies. It's not wonderful opening the Dropsies, the Fansies, or the Lampsies, but it's not necessarily a deal breaker for you. You can still play. So I'm not going to summon out the Doki Doki, and the reason being, if my opponent has a single hand trap to stop it, that's effectively going to end my turn. But if they stop the Analyzer, I'll still be able to special summon the Seeker and continue my turn, so let's go that way. Now, with Roxy's, I can special from hand or deck. So I think I am going to go with the Roxy's. And I'm going to go through the Prank Kids combo now. We're going to summon out the Meow Mew. And then Roxy's effect. We'll banish a card from hand and then draw a card. So the Doki Doki and the Dragite are both dead. I'll save the Doki Doki for next turn and get rid of the Dragite. So this will banish. I'll draw a card. And then we'll special from deck. And that's going to grab us the Fansies. No, we're going to have to go with Dropsies from hands. No, because Fansies can special from hand. Never mind. I confused myself for a minute there. So we're going to go with Fansies to the field. And then we're going to link Fansies with Meow Mew. And make Doodle Doo. Fansies Chainlink 1, Doodle Chainlink 2. As long as he says that's good. Awesome. So Doodle Doo is going to add the Pandemonium to hand. And then Fansies is going to special the Dropsies from the hand. And dump from deck to grave the Lampsies. From there, we'll tribute the Doodle Doo to add back the Lampsies and the Fansies. And that gives us all of our targets to be able to play the Pandemonium, which we're going to set on the field and summon out the Battle Butler on our opponent's turn. Now, I can special summon the Seeker. I'm not going to use the Seeker's effect again. Reason being, with the Dropsies taking up room on the field, I need enough space for the 3 Rodon tokens and the Despot. So we're just going to send these 2 to grave to make the Hulk. Although we could have done Dagda first, but I think this way is going to be fine. He said we could go off, so let's just go off. So he's going to special Despot. These 2 are going to make a Rodon. We'll do 3 tokens. Bring back the Despot. Despot and a token. Again. I'm going to make Cupid Pitch. Cupid Pitch's effect is going to raise his level by 1. Cupid Pitch plus a token. Makes Borreload Savage. Then Cupid Pitch Chainlink 1. Savage Chainlink 2. Savage is going to equip the Hulk. And gain 2 negates. Then Cupid Pitch is going to burn my opponent for 800. I'll put that there. I know that he said he's going to get food, so he knows that my turn's going to take a little bit. And then Cupid Pitch will add a monster with 600 defense from deck to hand, which is Creation Resonator. From there, we'll special summon Creation Resonator. Synchro with the token to make a level 6. That gives us our Raptite. And then Raptite effect. We did get the Doki Doki. That's not bad. And I didn't actually use Seeker's effect, right? Correct. I just had the one in grave. So I could summon out another Seeker with that. Which I might do because I have no other way of getting out a level 2 tuner with the blocked Golem to make the Nat Beast, which would have been really cool, but that's okay. We're going to bring out the Doki Doki. Put everything else on bottom. Then Doki Doki's effect. Discard another Doki Doki. I could also grab a researcher just so that I have one of each grave. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Let's do that. Well, we just don't have a lot of space on the field, and that's my issue right now. So I think I'm going to grab the researcher. Not going to be able to use its effect, obviously. Now, I can't link anymore, so I can't make the Dagda now because Auroradon locked you out of linking for the turn. So I think I'm just going to do these three to make a Baron. And then I'm going to set the Pandemonium. And I will pass turn. Gonna put an extra interrupt on the field by summoning out the Battle Butler by fusing our Lampseas, Dropseas, and Fansies. And as a quick effect, at any time I can tribute him off to pop all my opponent's monsters on the field. And if he's destroyed by my opponent's card effect, I can special summon any non-fusion monster from my grave. I have no cards in hand, but I have Negate with Baron, Negate with Borreload Savage, Battle Butler. What does this do? During the end phase, you can destroy the equipped monster. If the equipped card's at the graveyard, the monster destroyed inside the graveyard, you can special... I'm going to negate with Baron. Reason being, on my turn, I can send, during my standby phase, I can send the Baron back to the extra deck, summon out the Raptite, get another Excavation, and then resummon the Baron afterwards. If I were to excavate, like, a Analyzer or something. Send a ninja monster from your hand to the graveyard. Set a ninja art spell or trap directly from your deck. Let's negate with Savage. I don't know what his deck is trying to do. But I have one more interrupt anyway. Start my turn. During standby phase, I'm going to use Baron's effect. And bring back the Raptite. Then we'll go to main phase 1 and use Raptite's effect to excavate 5. Now, the reason why Raptite's super handy is because even if you excavate a tuner, you can still summon it. You're not limited like the other Adamancipators. Oh, he admitted defeat. We were going to remake the Baron anyway, because the very first card I pulled up was the Analyzer. He's probably going to want to go first. He plays a lot of back row. I haven't seen any monsters yet. I don't really think we need the Prank Kids engine form. I can't imagine him summoning out a whole bunch of monsters that are going to give us trouble. So I could put in the evenly matched. He said a bunch of cards. The Barkion might be good. Yeah, let's do that. You know what, let's do it this way. We'll swap those. And then we'll do the Barkion for any one of the Prank Kids. It doesn't matter. We'll swap. And then obviously the Pandemonium's a dead card. So we can just swap that out for like an Imperm or a Barrier Statue. Let's do Imperm. And that seems fine. We'll see where this takes us. I assume he's going to go first. That's why I put in the Evenlays. And since he had a continuous spell card on the field and 2 back row, I assume he's also going to be putting on monsters. So, wonder if he realizes it's his choice who goes first, or he was just thinking. Yeah, looks like he's going first. That's not a bad hand. Normal Summon, Block Golem, Special Researcher, Special Seeker, make the Nat Beast. And then if I hit off a Seeker's effect or a Researcher's effect, either one of them, I can do the full Halt combo after the Nat Beast is made. It would have been an awesome go first hand. So, I mean, it depends on what he does with his turn. He's doing some kind of Summoner Monk play. I wonder if he's going for some kind of OTK or FTK or something. Okay, this is just a weird Eldritch deck. Is this a thing? I've never seen this before. Ninja Eldritch. Yeah. Hanzo gets to add a monster when he's special summoned and a any ninjutsu art card if he was normaled. Neither one of them's tuners, so it looks like Isold maybe? Yep. Is he going for Amazon Archer? No, Twilight Ninja Kagen. And he's getting Hanzo. And Isold is hard once per turn on both effects, so... I really thought he was going for Amazon Archer off of this, and that he had some kind of loop that he was going to do. Burn for game, but guess not. He's making an Appaloosa with 3 negates. 2400 attack. Okay. Oh, he's thinking hard. This is not the direction I thought the deck was going in at all. I still don't know where he's going with this beyond having an Appaloosa with 3 negates. Which, I mean, isn't bad, let's be honest, but... Had to go in first. I think Netbeast Scythe Lock with Baron probably would have been the best move instead of going full Hell combo. But Netbeast Hell combo is not bad either, because you wind up with Netbeast, Borreload Savage with 2 negates, and a Baron. That, honestly, probably the better play. It depends on what hand traps your opponent is playing, obviously. You always have to change it up on the fly, depending on what they decide to negate. And, I mean, I can't do the Aurora uncombo if I get hit with a drone lock bird anyway. Okay. Scales 1 to 10. I'm not super familiar with pendulums because I didn't play between like 2013 and 2018, right around when, or 2014 rather, right around when pendulums came out. So I thought that they had to go to one of these link zones now, but I have no clue. I think it was a terrible mechanic, and it was the reason I quit the game for a few years, but now that they've been neutered and require links, it's better. Tabletop. Am I tabletop? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Do I play in person? I mean, I play at locals a couple of days a week when I can. Yeah, I mean, when I can, sometimes. I have a really good locals near me. We get like 40 people on Saturdays and like 40 on Thursdays and 50 on Saturdays. My main decks are Adamancipators and Cyber Dragon right now to play at locals. Um, Yesterday I was on Dueling Network testing Gladiator Beast Adamancipators, and I've played that at locals before. Those decks are pretty mediocre. I tend to go like 3-2 or 4-1 with them. We usually do 5 rounds. Um, but I don't know. Sometimes I go with zombies, sometimes random monster mash stuff. I like to play fun stuff, try out weird combos, you know. My Cyber Dragon is a go second OTK. So like normally what I'll do is I'll play like a Lightning Storm or a Regeki or Harpy's Feather Duster, things like that, absolute blowout cards, and then normal summon Cyber Dragon Core for game. I had showcased that combo in another video with a couple of the Cyber Dot cards. Cyber Dragon Core plus any spell or trap is 12,600 damage. Remote duel? I've never tried it. I mean, probably could. He's gonna Scythe Lock me, which is gonna hurt a lot if he pulls it off. I mean, I wonder how he's gonna do that. Neither one's a tuner, so he can't make the Hulk and go... Ah, he's gonna make Anaconda. Okay, yeah, Anaconda and DPE, I guess. That makes sense. Oh, pretty cool first turn. Hate to play against. What's my least favorite deck to play against? Honestly, I think Flounderies. I think that my issue with it is if you don't open with either the Chalice or the Imperm and they just start summoning on your turn and then they bring out the Empen and I'm like, I think I don't like it because they take so much time both on your turn and on their turn that it's like you feel like you're not playing. You feel like they're just playing by themselves and you're like, okay, can I do something now? It's really boring. I don't mind Based. And that's just because I've been playing a lot of Cyber Dragons and they have a very good matchup against Based. You'll find that they hard lose if you're playing more than one like Regeki, Dark Hole, stuff like that. And the Cyber Dragon deck that I was playing does play like all those blowout cards. 2 Lightning Storms, 3 Dark Holes, 3 Regekis, the Feather Duster, all that good stuff. So once you get their stuff off the field and normal summon core and swing for game, there's not a whole lot they can do, you know? There's only one person at my locals who plays Trap Tricks. I actually kind of like the back and forth with that. But Trap Tricks does also hard lose to any of the blowout cards. And like Red Reboot, once you play the Red Reboot, the Trap Tricks deck is just... you can do whatever you want that turn, you know? Oh, man. I mean, it took him a long time to get through his combo, but I think that the Scythe Lock is... Oh, I got the Evenly. Look at that. I'm thinking. Yeah, that's good. Because I have to go to battle phase anyway to play the Evenly, so... I didn't realize this also popped something. Or I don't... Oh, no, he popped that and Scythe. Okay. Yeah, go for it, man. So, I didn't expect him to drop such a big combo on me, but at the same time, I did read him right in knowing that he was going to put a lot of cards on the field. So going to the Evenly, playing the Evenly match was definitely the right move here. I'm probably just going to Evenly and then end turn, though, because I can't summon from the extra deck due to Scythe, so... He's probably mad as can be about that. Oh no, unreal. He had an answer. Being locked out of my extra deck means that I'm not going to be able to do anything this turn, so we'll go to game 3. So I'm taking out all of the go second stuff because obviously I'm going to go first this game. So we're going to stick back in the Prank Kids package. What was the other card? Oh, the Imperm. We're going to swap all these. And then I'm going to put the Battle Butler back in and take out the Barkion. We'll swap those. And I think that this is going to do it. I can put up enough negates to stop his turn, I think. So we'll do that. Although, you know what? I probably should have done Barrier Statue of the Drought in the main deck because I feel like that would have just completely put the brakes on his turn. You know, to be honest, I'm not 100% sure. And that's only because the only time I played against it were when I used the Cyber Dragon deck. And it's usually just like play a Dark Hole and then chain whatever they play with Red Reboot and then just swing for game, you know? Kind of not super interactive. So this is going to be a pretty alright turn. I'll do the Prank Kids combo. I'm not going to go the Hulk route, am I? Or maybe I will. Yeah, I will. So I'll banish the Signs to draw a card and then summon one from deck. Drawing the Roxys was kind of not great, but let's grab the Fansies. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Forgot the Meow Mew. Where is Fansies? Then we'll do these two. Are going to make the Doodle-Doo. Fansies Chainlink 1, Doodle Chainlink 2. Doodle's going to add the Pandemonium to hand. Fansies is going to dump Landseas to grave. And special summon Dropsies. Then we're going to use Doodle's effect. Sack him off. Grab the Lampsies and the Fansies. And that gives us all of our targets to make the Battle Butler. From here, I'm going to go ahead and use the Researcher's effect. Now, I could grab the Guardian just for the sake of being protected from the Nibiru, but that's gonna because Dropsies is on the field. I don't have enough room to do the full Hulk combo, so we're just gonna play it risky. I'll summon out the Roxys, even though I can't use his effect yet this turn. I'd rather save the Guardian for later. Oh, you know what? Yeah, because I don't have a rock in hand to protect Guardian with the Monster Reborn anyway. So we'll grab the Roxys just so we don't have to worry about drawing it next turn. These two are going to make the Hulk. Hulk effect. It's going to special Despot. And then these two are going to link and make the Auroradon. Auroradon effect. Underworld Goddess of Closed World. Yeah, I did play against that version of it. It's kind of hard to remember what you're playing against when you're trying to just swing for game on your first turn every time, you know? So Despot and the token. Gonna make the Cupid Pitch. Cupid Pitch effect, raise its level by 1. And then Synchro with the token for Savage. Cupid Pitch effect, Chainlink 1. Savage Chainlink 2. Savage that's going to prevent my opponent from being able to Ash the Cupid Pitch. Savage is going to, not special summon. He's going to grab the Hulk and equip it. And gain 2 negates. And then Cupid Pitch will burn my opponent for 800. And search for Creation Resonator. Then since I have a level 8 Synchro, I can special the Creation Resonator, and it's going to Synchro with the token for level 6. And that makes Wrap Tight. Then I'll use Raptite's effect to excavate 5 from the top and see what we get. We've got a Researcher. I've already used the Researcher's effect this turn. So let's see if we get a different one. We got a Seeker, which, well, that's not bad, I guess. Let's special the Seeker. Seeker's effect. I realize now, I think I only, I don't think I'd banished 5 last time, and I could have gotten the Analyzer, but you know what, that's okay, because we have the Block Golem. And given the amount of spells he played, oh no, the Signs, this Signs is from, oh yeah, it is, that's the one I banished off the Roxy's, that was this game. My turns are so long, I forget what happens. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to make the Gnat Beast, and that, I think, is probably going to seal the deal. I don't have a way of making level... I mean, I could make the Baron instead of the Battle Butler. I do have the Cupid Pitch, which is a level 4 tuner, so I can actually go Cupid Pitch plus Raptite to make the Baron. And I think that's going to be the right play here. So a Monster Bow on the Cupid Pitch. Is Cupid Pitch a hard ones per turn? Yes it is, so. And then Cupid Pitch plus Raptite. We'll make Baron. I'll set the Pandemonium. And pass turn. Maybe he's going to eat his food. Illusion of Chaos. I haven't actually run into that card yet, which is funny because it was so popular and everyone was getting copies of it, but I don't know if my opponents just haven't drawn into it lately. I'll make the Battle Butler, just to have the extra interrupt. Fansies, Lampsies, Dropsies. Make the Battle Butler. And I'd say we're in good shape. Gnat Beast will stop every spell he has. If he plays anything that's not... Well, declare Gnat Beast. Mill 2. I wonder if he realizes Gnat Beast is not a once per turn. It's just super solid. I like this build with the Gnat Beast just because a lot of people at my locals are playing Adventure this, Adventure that, and so summoning out a Gnat Beast, they have to have either the Imperm or the Droplet in hand, or they're just having a bad time, you know? Oh, he's not mandatory, huh? Okay, yeah, that's fine. Thinking. I'll declare Battle Butler's effect. I'm going to tribute it off to pop all of his monsters. And if he were to play something else, I would negate with Baron first, and that's only because then I can use Baron's effect on my standby phase, send it back to the extra deck, revive the Raptite, and then remake the Baron to gain an extra negation. But, yeah, he quit. Oh, that figures. I mean, obviously this turn is kind of Baron, pop a card, I have plenty of negates. It's very one-sided if my opponent doesn't stop my combos with this deck. But that's the deck. Let me know what you think, and if anybody wants to play tomorrow, I'll be on around the same time. We'll call it... We'll call that one a video because you've basically seen every combo the deck has to offer, and I don't think anybody wants to see me doing the same combo over and over and over for hours. I will swap this deck up to try a different Adamancipator build. There are a few different builds that I really like. This one, the Glad Beast one. This one's honestly probably the best. I do really like the Cupid Pitch. That tomorrow maybe I'll try the one that leans more heavily into the Scythelock rather than the Aurorodon combo. Although this, you just get so much advantage. Just the 2 negates, plus you get lots of searches, and it's nice, but it is susceptible to hand traps, as are everything else. So if you don't get the Kawaki Miro Guardian, you are in trouble. But I'm going to go to the deck constructor page. So feel free to screenshot this if you want to try out the deck for yourself. Now that you know the combos, you know how it's played. And yeah, if anybody wants to play tomorrow, hit me up, and we'll see you then. Thanks very much for joining me.